Hey guys, welcome to Whiskey. I'm Jeff. This is a channel where I offer my thoughts and opinions on a specific whiskey, and if you stick around to the end, I'll be giving it a score as well. If that sounds interesting, hit subscribe down below, and with that out of the way, let's jump into our review. Today we're looking at the Kilkerran 8-year-old Sherry Cask. Stick around. Alright, so we've got a Kilkerran today, and this is a popular one. Actually, it's been popular for a while now. I remember a few years ago, people were ranting and raving about this stuff. They were saying it was available, affordable, and delicious, and I'm not sure how true that is nowadays. Of course, this is a review, so we'll get around to whether this is or isn't delicious in a minute, but available and affordable. In terms of prices for this stuff vary wildly, and that's going to depend on your market. Is it available? Not easily, no. I mean, if it is available for you in your market, that's amazing, but that's not everybody. In fact, it's really hard to come by in most markets. Here in Taiwan, I can't really buy it. The only reason I have this bottle is because I was traveling over the summer. I picked this one up in Vienna, I think. But yeah, definitely not easy to get. Actually, that's not true what I just said. I just said I couldn't buy it in Taiwan. I won't buy it in Taiwan. I can't actually find it here, but it sells for about 180 US, which is just wild. I bought this for about, how much? $80 in Austria. And they're asking $180 here, 150 pounds or so. So it's a huge difference. Even just a few years back, this was selling for about 60 US roughly. So market variability is fascinating and stupid. Anyway. 8 years old, you might have guessed that. Sherry Cask, you might have guessed that. There's no Gaelic or Gallic letter salad here. You have the brand, you have the age, and you have the cask type. They're almost making it too simple, too clear, too easy on us. This one is batch 9, and later on in the review, I'll be comparing this to Springbank 12-year-old cask strength. Why the 12, you may ask? Well, that's a great question, audience. The 12 is also sherried most of the time. It's also cask strength. The 12 obviously is Springbank. Kilkerran is Springbank adjacent. Listen, Glengyle, Kilkerran, yeah, it's not technically Springbank, but untechnically, not a word, it's a bit Springbank, isn't it? Personally speaking, I tend to view Kilkerran, Glengyle as just another Springbank offshoot. Yeah, technically it is a different distillery that's like 50 meters away, but in terms of quality, oftentimes in terms of flavor, it does what you want Springbank to do. And if you look at bottles like the 12, for example, they're much more available and affordable than Springbank 10, which is really tough to get nowadays. Then again, this one is a bit like Springbank in the sense that it is tough to find and often overpriced, so I may have talked myself into a corner on that one. Moving on, yeah, let's jump into our review, guys. In the meantime, if you'll kindly leave a like down below, that'd be greatly appreciated. So we've got good specs here. This comes in at 57.5% ABV. It's non-chill filtered, and our color's natural. So for the look, I've never loved Kilkerran bottles. I don't hate them either. I find them pretty standard. So for presentation, we'll give it 3 out of 5. It does say non-chill filtered. It says natural color. Obviously, it says Sherry Cask. It doesn't go into detail about what kind of Sherry Cask. There's not a lot of like extra information that they included here, but all the basic information that we need on a whiskey bottle is included, and the look is okay. So I did add a splash of water to this. On the nose, this is a drying, leathery sherry. It's sweet, but it's definitely not overly sweet. It's well restrained. We get a lot of tobacco in here. I get stuff like cherry tobacco, cigar box, that kind of thing. We get berries in here like blackberries. Again, not too sweet. We get rubber and we get some black tea in here. It is a little bit earthy. Really nice nose. On the palate and finish, this is very mouth coating. I wouldn't call it oily, but it is mouth coating. Big blast of leather and fruit up front. Lots of berries in here like blackberries, black currants, raspberries. Never too jammy though, it doesn't get too sweet. It's tempered by that leatheriness, some earthiness, those bitter tea notes. There's even roasted coffee in here, as well as some rubber, some spices, some chili, cinnamon, and black forest cake. It's nice. Okay, so this is delicious. This is one that I'm very happy to have bought for a fair price. As I said, I consider Kilkerran to be on the same level as Springbank. I think the 12 is every bit as good as the 10-year-old, for example. And if we're talking about our 8-year-old here, yeah, in terms of quality, it's on the level. It's Springbank level stuff. So how does this one compare against the Springbank 12 cask strength? And yeah, I know some of the 12-year-olds have not been sherried, but for the most part, they're known for being sherried, and of course, they're all going to be cask strength. So how did that comparison go? Stay tuned right after a word from our sponsor. What do you mean no one's sponsoring us? Not even Squarespace? Z-Biotics? Those little wallet guys, they sponsor everyone. What, am I not good enough for them? You know what you need to do? You need to get on the phone. You need to find someone, anyone, find a way to make this channel money. I will sponsor a brand of butt plugs if it makes this channel money. What do you mean butt plugs are unrelated to whiskey? You wear them while you sip the whiskey. We all do it. Listen, I don't care who you need to talk to. Get on the phone, find some sponsors for this channel, and don't come back here until you've made us all rich. I don't have a secretary. Yeah, it's just a plant over there. It's a ficus tree. Should probably water it more. So, how did our Springbank 12 cask strength compare to our Kilkerran 8? Well, I preferred the Springbank. The Springbank, ironically, was a little bit lighter. It was a little bit sweeter. And most importantly, it offered up more complexity. By contrast, our Kilkerran 8 here was a little bit grubbier and dirtier, more funky, more industrial, more rubbery. They're still both top tier whiskeys. There will be a chunk of people out there who actually do prefer the Kilkerran 8. For me, the 12 is rounder, it's more sophisticated, and again, more complex. By the way, I obviously do have the Springbank 12. Let me know if you want to see a review of that. I've got that one, and I've got a few other Springbanks. I'm never sure if I should review them. And the reason I'm not sure about Springbank is kind of the same reason I don't review stuff like IBs or independent bottles, because I prefer reviewing whiskeys that most people can get their hands on. I like looking at OBs and just kind of standard releases, because that's going to make me more money. Because that's a way for me to reach a broader audience and help more people. What are you doing down there, huh? Get out of here, you. Always popping up. Anyway, our Kilkerran 8 here, it's a beautiful whiskey. It's fantastic. I'm enjoying every sip of this stuff. I've always been a sucker for well done leather notes. There's a strong leather note in this, and yeah, it works really, really well. I happen to love leather. My favorite snack. A girlfriend had to stop buying jackets. This is also dirty and intense and challenging. It is a little bit youthful. It does have some of that zesty, youthful bite to it, but I happen to like that. It's spicy, it's rubbery, it's industrial, and again, dirty as hell, which I know is what a lot of you want to hear. I absolutely love this stuff. Score's gonna be 89. So I think if you're a Springbank fan, you're gonna like this. If you're a fan of dirty or funky or industrial type whiskeys, you're gonna like this. If you're like me and you want a sherried whiskey that isn't too sweet, you're gonna like this. If you like Kilkerran, you're gonna like this. If you want a whiskey that tastes craft, you're gonna like this. God damn, this is getting very repetitive. Point is, it's good and you should try it. Alright, so I did talk about this earlier. Value here is tough. This is crazy in terms of pricing. I've seen it listed at $80 and I've seen it listed at $180. So good hunting. Hopefully you're not being overcharged. Personally, I do think it's worth anything up to, let's say, 100 US. I'm not sure I'd want to go over that, but anything shy of that, I do think it might be worthwhile picking up. Obviously, the lower the better. Yeah, best of luck. Alright, that's going to be it for me today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to help out the channel, I do have the Patreon. Otherwise, you can like, comment, subscribe. Always appreciate it. And of course, I want to hear from you. Have you tried our Kilkerran 8? Did you try the sherry, the bourbon, the port? How did you feel about it? Was it worth the money? What was the price that you paid for it? Let me know all that down below. Also, down below, you can tell me what you want to see me review next, and I'll keep it in mind for my upcoming videos. Bye, guys.